I was going to ask you about some of this. You know, a recent survey came out. It was published at the UK's Telegraph. That 41% of Americans believe that Jesus is coming back by the year 2050. That's within the next 40 years, they believe.
Yeah, I think that's way too far out.
Now, there's this very popular Left Behind series, quite militant. Timothy LaHaye, is that his name?
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in that type of thing, or a different kind of?
Timothy, here's what we believe. We believe the words that are written in the book. And here's what you find. All this, we're going to put a date on something and blah, blah, this and that, and the Nostradum brigade. Those scriptures say, as plain as words could be, that no man knoweth the day nor the hour. So, but also, Christ said, it's easier to discern the signs of the times than it is to discern the face of the sky. You know how easy it is to say, well, the sky is red and lowering, and it's going to rain in a minute or in a bit, but it's easier to discern these signs of the times, these things that are coming to pass. Did you know that the Babylonian Talmud says that the final straw before God sent that flood of waters was that they institutionalized same-sex marriage on a rather global scale, kind of like what they're doing right now.
Huh.
Yeah. And that historically speaking, that's the only time in human history that there was a rather global same-sex marriage.
Well, this brings me to a point. You're on the same wavelength here. I've got a friend here, Leah, who's on the phone with me, who did some research, and I found this quite interesting, and we were wondering if maybe this is why a lot of your protests are about gays, and I think in some ways you just answered this. But, you know, I have heard some people say that Obama is the Antichrist, but in the Bible, Daniel 11:37 says that, speaking of the Antichrist, neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. And so there are theologians out there who embrace this school of thought that the Antichrist is going to be gay. Is that part of why you guys are doing this?
Okay, no, but that's interesting. And who knows what Obama's been up to. Here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that Obama's the Antichrist. There's no question about that. He has all those. If you read Revelation 13, where those details are laid out, and watch this thing and look at these facts and details, and more of them unfolding all the time. The question on the table today is which of these, what is that wound unto death that he's going to have, that he's going to recover from? And you understand, we don't see all of these things clearly yet, but I'm telling you that when it says he's been given a mouth to speak great things and blasphemies, you know that John says that even now there are many antichrists. The reason this nation loves Obama is because he is them. But as we were, seeing all of this and talking about this and looking at all these scriptures and looking at all these details as things were unfolding during the election cycle, one of my children said, but Obama, he's just saying what all these people we've been hearing all these years are saying. So how are we making this distinction? And, of course, the answer is yes, he is them. But he's the guy sitting in the most powerful office in the whole world. And he's the guy that's been given the mouth to speak these great things. And he does speak great things. If it wasn't for that whole, he's going to be the one who oversees the destruction of this nation, and that whole he's going to hell alive thing, he's really pretty good. I mean, he's got a lot of good ideas. Sadly, he's ruling over a nation of arrogant, self-absorbed rebels who don't have the capacity to get past the it's all about me thing. I mean, listening to these people as these events unfold, and the audacity of that governor of Louisiana talking about that they're going to be praying, they're going to have he doesn't hear the prayers of the rebels. They're an abomination to him. So save your prayers, dum-dum. He's not hearing you. And they say, as they stand out there, you understand that one of the things that they've done to bring all this wrath upon their heads is that setting upon his people. He says the last act of his compassion, the last act of his compassion. You can look at the blueprint at 2 Chronicles 36, start about verse 11, where it starts out saying, and Zedekiah was the last king of what we now know was doomed Judah, and he reigned for 11 years. You get down there shortly, it says, but God sent unto them rising betimes. Sometimes those prophets say rising early, rising daily. Yeah, that's our life. Rising early, rising daily, rising betimes. I love that word. It means when you need it. But because it says he had compassion upon his people and upon his dwelling. You see these words of God unambiguously, unapologetically put in front of your face. You're seeing the compassion of God. It's the only hope. This is the gospel of peace, that if a man would live in it, it's life and health and happiness to them. But this generation hates these words. And so, really?
This is kind of there are some people who talk about serpent seed theology. Do you guys believe in that? And basically,
what did you call it? What did you call it?
Serpent seed.
Serpent seed? You mean like you're either a child of God or a child of the devil?
Yeah, where they say that. I'm just curious if you guys believe this, that Eve had sex both with Adam and with the serpent. And, a lot of the things where...
No, we don't believe that. Where the hell did that come from?
Just listen to where I'm coming from. I'm asking a question about why these people act the way they do. Because in Genesis, it talks about when Cain is expelled out of the garden, and he goes lives in another city, and there's all these people there already. And he has wives and whatever. And so I think that this is where this serpent seed theology came from. They're saying, those were the bad people that were there. And so, ever since then, we've had like the chain of people from Adam and the chain of people from the serpent. I mean, you guys believe that?
All that's like Twilight Zone. You either serve God or you serve Satan. There isn't any middle ground. You're either a child of God or you are a child of the devil. And that terminology is used. But all that blah blah about Eve, yikes. Here's what she did. She was deceived. And Satan tricked her into eating that fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And God told her not to do it, and she did it. Okay? And other than that, let's leave Eve alone.